Alright, so we're just about to do another vlog of this. I thought this would be a really cool idea to kind of give you a deep dive of how I do all of this. And the progress so far has been going alright. Um, the last few days haven't been too great, I will say, because we have just started of September just now. And the issue was that I had to go through certain things, which is paying extra amount of money for the battery that got stolen from my bike alongside another borrowing a bike as well. It added on to some of the bills I had to pay for the end of the month, and it's not great. But at the same time, I'm not going to stress out too much about it because obviously in about 5 days I get paid and I'll be alright in the end. I get 2 weekly pays, so that's okay. Um, yeah, so I thought about doing this because this is a vlog I want to keep going. I want to give you a bit of an insight of how things are. And, I thought maybe I should show you something that would help you in a way where you can actually try and do graphic novel yourself and do your own writing as well. Because I do both the drawing and the writing. And that in itself is the hardest part of it, knowing how to captivate the audience and try and work on character developments alongside working on the structure, alongside making things work in a way in my favor. I've released the trivia of this as well to show where I want the story to go, and I'm quite happy with the trivia. So you are going to get what happens in these trivias. So, I won't give you too much of the whole entire story because that just gives it away. But yeah, that's how things are at the moment. They're quite a lot. Here, as you can see, let me put close. Writing a Novel by Nigel Watts. Yeah, this is a really good book to read. I haven't finished the whole entire thing, but I've been reading it bit by bit to understand more about it. I even went back to the pages a couple of times, so then I know how much I've been trying to understand where they were going with, where Nigel was going with the writing. And in terms of that, I learned a lot from it. So I actually took note of how much I need to make the story more impactful to the audience. I honestly think that there are things about it that I will find tricky, but I go back to it again and again to make sure I understand it fully. And also, I think I highly recommend reading this yourself, especially if you want to start making a novel or if you want to write a comics, etc., etc. It's really good for writers, to understand the meaning of writing, the complexity, the structure, attention to detail. A lot of these things are very good for writers. So I recommend trying that out yourself, which is really, really good. For me, is to make sure that I get as many pages as I can. And this is a lot longer than I thought it would be, but that's okay because then at least that defines that I want to make sure that it adds a bit more depth to the story and the character. But again, won't give so much away because otherwise that's going to ruin the hype. But I will say I have planned on trying to do this in different languages so I can engage with the audience a bit more and try and sell it not just in England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, but also outside of the UK, whether it's France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Georgia, even like Japan, Korea, those kind of countries. Like I really want to. Sorry, I keep saying like I really want to get into the meaning of it, and alongside that, I've always had to make sure that my sentence is clear as well, because I always get a lot of things attached to me that I really hate doing. And I can't lie, it does drive me into less motivated situation where I don't even want to do this or what am I doing? But I also think that this is something that I'm really pushing to do and I fully believe that it can happen. And there's going to be moments where you doubt yourself and think, what am I doing? I'm wasting my time. It's not going to do this and that, so I might as well just do something else. But at the same time, I think with the art that I've been creating throughout the years, the paintings that I've been trying to sell, it's not gaining a lot of attraction anymore. And I don't think painting celebrities and stuff like that are going to attract people as much as they do anymore. But you know, I could, at least there are moments around it that I can try and create, and this is part of my own creation, you know. And it's not going to be an easy stepping stone, so keep that in mind. But alongside that, I just think it can drive me out, or drive me into making more and more of these. And I'm not expecting a huge amount of sales, let's be real, but I honestly thought that this is something new, and it is a risk because you're not really sharing a lot of art, but it's also an interesting risk because it's a different way of knowing that you're an artist now and you're trying to push your creativity somewhere else. I think that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted a new challenge, really.